What's up, yo? Welcome back. 88 Fitness Live, pushing 6 a.m. Eastern every
Early.
Sunday. All right, today we're talking about the importance of workout partner. Excuse me. But first, updates. I think you all saw what I posted in the community. I had to stop my prep for some health concerns. Very disappointing. I want to thank everybody who reached out. It's been overwhelming, the support you all have shown. I appreciate it. The love and support. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. I will be okay. No stage this year, but possibly next year. I've been living this life since I was 19. I'm not going to change the lifestyle. I'm still going to chase after the gains. Just got to make sure I'm healthy first.
Absolutely. Health's always number one, for sure. All right, updates for me. I'm 17 weeks out from the stage. So I had a pretty good week. I lost about a half pound, which is actually slightly below where I wanted to be, but I wasn't as active as I was planning to be. So I don't know if you guys saw my push-ups for tricep video, but we had filmed that last Sunday. And let me tell you, I was sore for 4 entire days after filming that. And with my workout style, I won't work out until all of my muscles are 100% and recovered. So just having that reduced activity for the week, I think it's what contributed towards, not really hitting that rate of loss I was expecting. But
Makes sense.
It's all good. We'll catch back up. We still have plenty of time. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. It's a good one. Perfect arm day finisher for sure.
Triceps up.
Absolutely. All right, in other news, we are really excited to announce that you guys can now do super thanks.
Hey.
So if you are loving the content you're seeing, you can always hit that super thanks button and contribute towards us filming more videos and getting updated equipment. We definitely have our eyes on this new filming gimbal, help us kind of smooth out the handling of the camera a little more and just produce a little extra quality for you guys.
Yeah, make the videos better. Don't feel pressured, but if you want to donate, we would very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, so the importance of workout partner. I've been in this game 20 plus years. I've been through many, many, many workout partners. There are pros and cons.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a lot of it is condition based and depends on the level and place where you're at. And you've heard us talk about that before on this channel. There's always beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And I think depending on which area or which part of that spectrum you're in, it might dictate whether it's advantageous to have a workout partner or not.
Yes, one of the requirements for a good workout partner is they have to be at your same level or very close.
Absolutely.
If you're in between sets, peeling plates, stacking plates, changing the weights, doing all that, it's not ideal. It just adds time, wastes time.
Absolutely.
Etc. That's number one requirement. Number two requirement, and this is the hardest one for any workout partner, they have to show up.
Yeah, just because you're super committed and dedicated towards achieving your goals doesn't mean your partner's always going to be. So that can definitely be a hindrance.
Yep. I've had, hundreds of workout partners always seem to miss leg day.
Wonder why.
For whatever reason, they don't show up on leg day. And then they come back the next day on arm day and say, I'm sorry, man, I missed leg day. I go, whoa. You look in the mirror and say you're sorry. You don't say you're sorry to me. I just got a day better than you. So you look in the mirror and say you're sorry.
I think it's the opposite for us girls. They'll show up on leg day, but if it's like arm day or something else, it's like,
Yeah. And, I've had great workout partners, and I've had not great workout partners. Camille and I used to work out together all the time. It was awesome. However, when she decided to compete, she had to peel off and focus on her own workouts, whereas she was just joining me for fun while we're doing my workouts. So you got to think about your partner as well. If your goals go this way, you're going to have to separate your workouts. It's not a team sport, so you got to do what's best for you.
Absolutely. So at the time that we were workout partners, I was not really coming off the couch, but I would consider myself maybe intermediate. I didn't really have any specific goals in mind. I just wanted to lose weight and just look pretty buffed up. So I didn't really care what my workout split was, or, I would just be like, hey, James, what are you training today? Okay, we're doing back. Great. And so that worked. That worked for a lot of times. And luckily I'm pretty strong. So it really wasn't a big day other than maybe chest day. And in that case, we would just grab 2 separate benches, right? That way we're not peeling all the plates that he was talking about. And that worked for us for years. And then one day I said, I think I want to compete. And at that point, I needed to focus on bringing up different aspects that James didn't. And so we ended up going this way.
Mm-hmm. And you got to support your partner and what's best for them. I mean, I've been through millions of partners, man. My very first workout partner was Josh Cherry. He was going into middle school. Literally going from 5th to 6th grade. I was like going into 10th or 11th. I can't remember. The kid lived across the street and wanted to work out, get ready for middle school. I blew him off pretty much, but he came every single day. The entire summer, he showed up. And guess what? Fast forward, now I'm 46 and he's almost 40, and we still catch a workout every once in a blue moon. And awesome. He gets it. He knows it. We know how to work out together. I mean, we started together. Still, 26 years later, here we are, catching a workout every now and then together. He lives an hour away, so it's not ideal, but we still get it in every once in a while. Some workout partners can be frustrating. I worked out with a guy named Corey Ryder for a couple years, and I'm making gains, and he's just staying the same. The only explanation I have, I don't know what he was eating, but I worked out with him. I know he was putting in the work. Just genetically, he's a skinny dude. He put on gains, he put on muscle, but I put on way more. And we're doing the same workouts. The only thing I can't account for is his nutrition.
Yeah. Let's break it down. Let's go through the positives. Let's go through some of the pros, and then we can get more specific into some of the drawbacks.
Sure.
So I think, especially if you're just getting started and you're having struggles with accountability and showing up, having a partner where they're sitting there waiting for you to show up, that really helps keep you motivated, at least initially, to show up and just work out.
100%. But hashtag, if you got the wrong partner and they're texting you, I really don't feel like working out today. Do you? Wrong partner.
Yeah. Well, so pick wisely. But if you do pick wisely, that is one really great pro for having that workout partner, just being accountable to each other and keeping each other motivated.
And remember, it's not a team sport. So if you get that text, I don't feel like working out today. Hey, I'm working out, not a team sport. Send.
Absolutely. Speaking of motivation, that's another one. I mean, you guys can be each other's biggest fan. So you're kind of in the gym, going to the max. You can just be in the ear like, come on, man, you got it. You're pushing each other. Because a lot of people, when you're solo, especially if you're beginner, intermediate, you may not go to that intensity level that you need to. So having that person just giving you that positive feedback during the workout's awesome.
100%. And that's a very good point. I didn't even think of that till right now. Beginner and intermediate, I almost always worked out with somebody. Almost always. As an advanced athlete, I prefer to be by myself. Not many people can carry the intensity level I carry these days. So they're just holding me back. Now, if I can get a good one, if Camille and I line up and we get a workout together, that's awesome. But today, I prefer to work out by myself pretty much.
Yeah. So speaking of working out together, another pro is just safety. When you're just getting started, at all levels, safety is 100% important. So just knowing that you have a partner that can spot you, call you out on form, I mean, that's awesome. You kind of have this reassurance that you can go to the max and they got you covered. Just make sure they know what they're doing if they're spotting you.
Yes, and I do miss that, especially on chest day.
I can no longer spot James. I'm telling you. He keeps saying I can come out there and spot him, but I'm not sure I can help him. What are some other pros, James?
They'll push you and they motivate you. They should be in your face calling you out when you're not giving 100%. They should be in your face telling you to do the weights you're supposed to be doing if you're trying to slack. They should be on you with your nutrition, at least talking to you about it.
Absolutely. I think it's fun too. So there's a lot of partner exercises you can do to make it more challenging. So, partner curls or doing a push-up contest or something like that, I think is a lot of fun.
You can turn it into a competition when you got a workout partner and compete against each other. Make it fun. Of course, if it's not fun, you're not going to keep doing it. But it can be competitive when you got a good workout partner and they're close to your workout level. We should do some videos maybe like that. If y'all are interested in seeing that, drop us a comment. We'll do some partner-assisted exercise videos.
I think having a partner, especially a fun one that you have a strong relationship with, just to begin with, also helps establish a strong bond and positive attitudes towards lifting. So basically, you have this strong relationship, and now you're applying it to an activity, and so that activity becomes something fun and interesting for you to do as well.
Absolutely, nothing bonds like physical activity. So if you're not close to this person, you will be.
Absolutely.
By a couple months in, you're going to be very close.
Absolutely. All right. So what about some drawbacks? Let's talk about what goes wrong here.
We talked about a few of them already. Number one, show up.
Absolutely.
I'll give you 5 minutes. If you're 5 minutes late, I'm starting without you.
Yeah. I think that's the tough thing. And I think that's where it affects beginners, maybe even intermediates the most. When their partner doesn't show up, there's a very strong tendency for them to say, I'm just not going to go today, or I'll wait until they can go. And then all of a sudden you fall off track.
Right.
So it does take a lot of willpower to overcome that as a beginner. But James is right. Like, you absolutely have to have that mindset that you're going to show up and go regardless of whether your partner does or not.
I just got one day better than you because you didn't show up. That's truth. And that's the way you should look at it. I want to be better than everybody, even my workout partner. I want to be better. I want to be the best.
Absolutely.
You don't show up a day, I just got a day better.
Absolutely. Another drawback I see sometimes is just it's looked at as social hour or time. And so there's a lot of talking that's going on and not a whole lot of working out.
Yeah.
And this is where, the partners have to be on the same page, right? You need to have that conversation ahead of time. Hey, we're going to limit our rest to 30 seconds, 90 seconds, or as long as it takes you to go while I rest, kind of thing. Have a plan.
Make it tangible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've done group training where one of the partners are rocking and rolling and the other one is seriously dragging, and all they're doing is talking, trying to drag it out, trying to get longer breaks while this one's going, what are you doing? Come on, let's step it up. This one just drag. It's not going to work out. You both got to want it.
Absolutely.
You both got to push each other. Even if you're dragging, you got to be there for your partner, pushing them, saying, I got 1 hour in me.
Yeah. And if the social aspect's something you like maybe schedule time to do a 15-minute warm up ahead of time, or maybe your cool down is like walking around a track or doing something where you can talk finally, but at least for that 45 hour, it's go time.
Yeah, absolutely. Another con is if they're weak or out of shape. They're going to be smoked way before you are. They're going to want to stop way before you are. The changing of the weights, we already talked about. It's a big pain unless you can get 2 benches or 2 pieces of the same equipment. It just wastes time.
Absolutely.
So they got to be close to your level.
Absolutely. And not only that, that could lead to injury, right? So if you have an advanced lifter that's lifting with a novice lifter, they're not going to be at the point where they need to do supersets and drop sets and pre-exhaust. That's just too much stimulus. You're going to cause probably trauma to the muscle tissue, and then they're never going to want to come back and work out with you. So
right.
If that's the case, maybe set it up to where you're going to go kind of in a coaching capacity and it's not your real lift if you're the more advanced lifter.
Exactly. Then you become the trainer or the coach. You're not really getting a great workout because you're mentoring.
Right.
It can be motivating because the beginner's so motivated. You're like, but don't work out with them.
Yeah.
Train them or coach them.
Absolutely. The other thing we talked about already a little bit was just the goals. And we do train a lot of partners, a lot of friends, right? And at some point their goals diverge. So if someone needs to really bring up the legs, then the sessions that I'm training them in need to be really leg dominant, Whereas the partner, they might have a great set of legs, but hey, they're missing lat sweep or something. So that means their time with me probably would be better spent focusing on back workouts. And so when we're training people and we have partners, that seems to be kind of where the issue lies.
100%.
What else? What else you got?
There's some more cons. So that's never affected me, but I've seen plenty of workout partners finish the workout and then say, hey, let's go get something to eat.
Smoothie King. Just
Chinese
kidding.
buffet.
Okay, no.
La Tolteca Mexican food. I mean, these guys go and feast afterwards. If you're bulking, okay, great. But you need a partner that's not going to negatively affect your nutrition. I never, I kept them separate. I never went out to eat with my workout partners. I never did any of that. But there's plenty of guys that do. And hey, let's go smash 10 hot dogs after this workout. And you're just going, what? No, dude.
So I've never seen the Chinese buffet, but I've seen a lot of people say, like, let's go get a smoothie. And their smoothies chocked full of sugars. So not even protein. Like if it was like, hey, let's go hammer a protein shake, that would be great. But if that's smoothie. Yeah, they're getting a fruit smoothie full of sugar, no protein. So that's just not ideal.
Right. So are there any more cons? Showing up's big.
Yeah.
And that's, that burning through partners, that's what happens. They start not showing up one day, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and then poof, they don't show up.
Well, and what happens when they stop showing up? The one lifter is going to advance, and the other one's declining. And so now, not only are they not showing up, all of a sudden you're at a different skill level. And then because you're so advanced, you have a new goal, and now they don't have the same goal. So now you got 3 strikes against your partner.
And they're frustrated because they're on the decline and they're watching you make the gains. They want the gains, but they're just not showing up.
Right.
And they're getting frustrated at themselves because they're not showing up because they can't be dedicated as you are. So again, make sure you pick the right partner.
That's a good point too, just because things can kind of go south like that, it can affect your friendships too. And so that's something to consider. If you start to see that that's happening, you might just want to say, hey, let's not do this to preserve the friendship, because I've seen a lot of people start off as strong friends, it goes south, and then they don't talk to each other anymore. And you don't want that. That's not the reason you guys chose to be partners in the beginning. So
I've never lost a friend for that. Even if you die off working out, I don't hate you.
I would hope not.
I'm still friends with you.
But like we said, there's a lot of pros. Like I said, motivation, accountability, just having the biggest fan, intensity, safety.
Arnold's out there saying, I'd be nowhere without Franco. Him and Franco worked out together, I don't know, 15 years together, and he's quoted saying, I'd be nowhere without Franco.
I think there's different kinds of partners too. James alluded to this. We won't do the same workout anymore, but it's always great when we're just in the same space together. Like, so maybe you have a partner and you guys just show up at the same time, even though you're doing completely different things. Sure. You're in the vicinity. You can call upon them to spot you.
Right.
They can still cheer you on, but you guys aren't doing the same exercises.
Good point. There's days out there in between sets, I'm helping her with negatives and forced reps. So we are kind of still workout partners. We just don't do the same workout anymore.
Absolutely.
Good point. You could do that as well as long as you find the right partner. And they get out of bed in time.
He gets up at midnight, everyone. Midnight. I'm still sleeping until at least 2:30.
That's a different story. If you want to see that, look at this sleep video we did a couple weeks ago. All right, so workout partners. Recap, if you find the right one, they are outstanding.
Absolutely.
Don't waste your time with the wrong one.
Nope, definitely not. All right, y'all. And like we said in the beginning, if you're interested in seeing some really fun partner or partner assisted videos, let us know. We would love to film that for you guys.
That'd be a fun one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or anything else, just drop us a line. All right. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. See you next week.
Bye.